It is 1730 UTC, February the 1st, and it is NF Tuesday. What's up, everybody? Here we are again, another NFT Tuesday. NF Tuesday. I keep on saying NFT Tuesday, and someone told me, no, it's NF Tuesday. So I'll do my best to say it correctly in NF Tuesday instead of NFT Tuesday. But I am Steven. I go by the Voice of DeFi. You can find me on Twitter, Voice of DeFi. But today I'm with the TRADERVERSE account. Today and every day, Monday through Friday, we're in here 1730 UTC. TRADERVERSE will be a soon-to-be released audio-video streaming platform, a whole social media network, really, for traders, those that are looking to trade stocks, crypto, NFTs. And because of that, we talk about a few different things. I feel like I'm a little loud here. We talk about a few different things throughout the week, really NFTs and crypto and stocks. And we do that right here on the Alpha Hour at 1730 UTC, whatever time it is right now in your local time. With me always is the wonderful Christine Barnum. She is the co-founder of the OTC Club, and she's just around. If you turn on Twitter Spaces, she is live at that moment because she's always live on Twitter Spaces. Is that right, Christine?
That's true.
No, you log some good hours in there, and it's good time. Anybody that listens in to Christine learns a lot and laughs a lot, and it's a good time for everybody. Up here, I feel like I should mention the two that are up here as well, and that you can see OK Andre, Dre, and Scrupula. Both of these two always add so much to our presentation, and really just a layer of just been there, done that. They really they've been through the battles, been through the wars, and they know what buying and selling NFTs and crypto and stock is like. So yeah, is that a little too strong to say been through the battles?
No, you're too kind, man. You got a beautiful set of jaws on you right now. So
appreciate that. Well,
of course.
These guys know their stuff, and they'll be able to add in a little bit of color to what we say. It's like the color commentators whenever you're listening to a sporting event. But today we're going to do something a little different. So we're going to talk about NFTs and anything that there is to talk about news-wise, as we always do, any big projects that we always do. But we are going to give a little bit of a moment, and I don't know exactly when we're going to start it because I don't know how many people are going to be in here for this. But we want to give everybody a chance to be able to shill, okay? We're going to have the 2-minute shill. If you know about the 2-minute drill in football, this will be the 2-minute shill. And what we'll do is we'll give you 2 minutes. I've got a nice little stopwatch timer I've got ready to roll, okay? Yeah, there we go. And whenever I get that through, whenever you're through with the 2 minutes, I will cut you off. Yeah, and you will be done. So we'll give you 2 minutes, no longer than 2 minutes, because literally your mic will be muted. You'll be kicked off the stage. And so it's a true elevator pitch. You're going to give us everything you got in 2 minutes. If you've got something to say and it's 2 minutes and 5 seconds, those 5 seconds will not be heard. So I'll go over that again whenever we do everything here in a little bit. In the meantime, if you get a chance, go in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, hit that share button, tweet out the room. Let's get some people in here. And let's talk a little bit of NFTs and what's going on in the world of NFTs. Christine, Dre, Scroop, any big whitelists you guys are fighting hard to be on?
Personally, I gave up on whitelist.
Have you really?
Me too.
Are you changing your strategy more to a secondary market and just not grinding?
Yeah, I don't have the patience to grind anymore. I don't know what it is.
And the time.
Yeah, the time and the patience. Like I sit there and I chat. But I know there's these people in here that's dedicated like 10 hours a day, and I know I just can't compete. So for me, I'd rather just get secondary floor now.
And you know what sucks is that like when I'm on there in Discord chatting, I feel so phony. I feel so fake. Yep. Like I'll be honest, I just don't feel like I'm actually engaging the proper way that it's meant to be, you know?
Yeah.
So you're saying things just to say things, basically, and
Yep.
just
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, this is the way. I mean, this is what they've kind of established. This is the baseline that they've established for these discords, which is fucking dumb in my opinion. But this is what they've been doing, and it's what's been taking traction.
Yeah.
and the chat doesn't feel authentic. Like if you're just reading it, forgetting about you're putting out what you feel like is just nothing. But if you're just reading it, then it just is like there's just nothing to this. There's no substance in any of the convos.
Well, you know, half of them disappear right after the mint, so you are more than half. You know.
Right. So
Shit, I disappear after the whitelist is revealed.
I know, and I'll just like go in there and check in. Like I'll try to do it every day, and I'm like, "Yo, hey," and then I just leave.
Yeah, literally. Like I'll go on, check, be like, you know what? Because even when I had a person in there talking for me, you know, that was like a whole week straight and no prevail, and I was just like, these whitelists are just getting so much more sweatier.
yeah, but I
Wait, so
wonder,
your college hire, talking for a whole hour or like every day, all day, didn't even
12
get you?
hours in the day.
How is that possible?
Exactly.
I don't. Dre, you said you've kind of moved on to buying on the secondary market. I guess I want to say that you've kind of grown up and then maybe even created enough of clout or NFTs or Ethereum that you've built up. You've built up enough wealth. It's like a point of you've made it whenever you're like, okay, I'm not going to have to grind anymore for whitelists. Now I've kind of made it enough to where I could just buy off the secondary market. So to me, that's kind of a natural graduation away from the grinding to on the whitelist to be able to say, hey, my time is worth something, and instead I'm just going to buy, on OpenSea off the floor.
Yeah, exactly. And what I'm also realizing too, like it's great to mint projects. Don't get me wrong. Like the fun of minting projects is so like it brings in a thrill to NFTs. But I've figured is you don't get that, and a lot of these projects now they're whitelisting more than half of their projects. So you have 4,000 or 5,000 people that's whitelisted. You know, or even let's just say 2,000. If they're getting to buy 2 to 3 of them, you already know half the collection is going to be sold right off the bat. So, okay, do you take the shot at trying to do public mint, and then public mint goes absolutely nuts? So it's like you just save the headache and just buy on the secondary.
What is kind of nice about that though is that you have these collabs with other projects that you're in that are getting you whitelisted for, like Hape can get you whitelisted on some other projects to get you that guaranteed mint. So at least that part's a little fun where you can take the headache out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm salty. I still haven't won a single AKC whitelist.
You are trying for those because it's a little simpler.
You don't need. You have an AKC, so you get to mint one AKFC, right?
No, I'm talking about, you know how, like, I don't know if you've been in their Discord, but one thing I do like that AKC is doing is, I mean, they've been having whitelist after whitelist after whitelist for other projects.
Oh, yeah, I never win those either.
Nope.
Man, I never see you in that Discord, Christine.
I was there yesterday talking to freaking Modest Dreams in them, so
yeah, I wasn't in.
You talk about it not being as fun, and it isn't as fun. It's like the difference between buying a pack of baseball cards versus just going and buying your favorite card from it. It's not quite of that unveil of the reveal that's so fun from minting, but at the same time, like you said, it's just too hard to be able to get on the whitelist to have that fun of minting.
Yeah, and when you look at it too, is like you can just go right on Icy Tools, see what's trending,
right.
and grab, okay, like Alpha Kongs Club. Right now they had 1,000 sales in the last hour. Oh, cool. Okay, now you can see which mints are actually doing well, and you can just kind of go sweep the floor and grab a couple of them, even though you're paying double the price, if not, but hey, that's, if you get lucky enough and you can get whitelist or you can mint them, and even better, but to each its own.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, to each his own. And I guess there's somebody that's, made it and is still minting and still grinding to get on whitelists. But I completely agree. I don't have the time. I'm not really a huge Discord fan anyway. It doesn't sound like Christine is either, even though she spent some time there yesterday, it sounds like.
But Drake form that he just mentioned, Icy Tools, is really good because like even now I look at it and I see Eyes of Fashion, which minted out in 1 minute, super freaking quick, a huge project. And now their volume has gone down, so you can see that there's a pretty decent dip on the floor price from what it was.
Yep.
And you just use that to buy in and ride the wave back up.
Let me ask you guys your thought on something on minting and selling out quickly. So the projects that sell out, in 60 seconds or even in one day, I think there's a thought that, those are going to succeed. They have enough of a demand where they sell out. But the projects, and I'm not talking about projects 2 years ago or anything like that. So don't bring up that, the Bored Apes or something like that. But I'm talking about now. If a project doesn't sell out after a week or so, do you think that's an indicator that the project is not going anywhere, or is there really some projects that just take a long time to get traction?
I just think the initial hype of a project isn't necessarily there. I've been in a couple projects where it took a week or two to mint out. Freaking good one is Apocalyptic Apes. I minted that the first day, right? I bought like four of them right off the bat, and then I minted three more, so I had seven. And I was in their spaces with the kid who helped create it, which he was like 13 years old or something.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick was cool. And I didn't see the project, like they were not minting out like at all. And I was like, all right, I just sold all of mine for like a 0.1 for all of them. But then Apocalypse came out of nowhere and they were 0.7, 1 ETH floor all of a sudden. Like not all of a sudden. It took them 2 weeks or so to get there. But that's the only project I've had something like that happen.
So it's rare, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That if they get that initial traction, they can
Yeah.
eventually. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that thought as well. There was a project the other day that wasn't like being discussed on Twitter or anything. I was just interested in it personally. And I looked at the mint and it was in active minting and it was like 100 out of 2,000 had been minted. And I was thinking, I don't see this getting anywhere close to selling out anytime soon. Now I know that somebody might say, yeah, but if you believe in the project, you should go ahead and get it. And then maybe it will turn into something. And then you could be the person that was in early on something. And maybe that's true. I don't know. I just started having this thought of maybe momentum is a key indicator here for the success of these projects.
I think it's after the project mints, that's what's going to tell you essentially how the project's going to do for that initial pump, right? Because like if you look at like the whitelist.io, they did great. They sold out quick, and their floor right now was running up, but it came back down to a 0.17 floor. When I was looking at it yesterday, they were at like a 0.3, 0.4. They were running up, and then today they came and it's calmed back down. So I think a huge factor with these projects is how quickly are they going to do a reveal?
That's a good thought of how quickly are they going to do a reveal. Do you think that doing it sooner rather than later is probably good for keeping up the momentum, or is keeping that mystery for another day or two longer better?
I think for sure you need 24 to 48 hour like give time for people to buy the floor, the people who missed the mint buy in. But for instance, Hate Beast, they put it off. I don't know, where are we at? Week and a half now, and the momentum, obviously it's Hate Beast, so it's different. Like that's such a hyped project. But like if you look at Monster Ape Club, they pushed their reveal all the way to February 7th. And their floor was running up to 1 and it was gonna pass 1 ETH, but as soon as they announced that the reveal is until February 7th, the floor came down. And I think because people want to take their funds and buy other things, and then they'll buy back in closer to the reveal day.
Ooh, that's a dangerous game. I feel like if you sell and just think, well, I'll get back in, because if it does rise up on you, you can make a bad move to do that. But
Yep.
hey, I mean, the reveal, I think that's really neat about the NFT space is waiting for the reveal. Because I can say in projects that I'm just like, I'm holding on to this, I'm not getting rid of it. I get excited about a reveal. It's almost like as big of a deal as minting to me. I start going on OpenSea and refreshing the metadata and just wanting to see what I have.
Exactly.
It's a lot of fun. I like it like that. Well, today we're going to do, if you've seen any of our promos for today, we're going to have the 2-minute shill. So, Christine, do you want to do this towards the end, or do you want to kind of intersperse it throughout our show here?
Yeah, I think we should. If you guys have your project that you want to shill, your 2-minute shill, go ahead and request. And then we can go on with our usual talking about, current NFTs at this time and projects that we're getting into. And as we get requests, we could go ahead and have them do their shill. So
Yep.
if you guys have a project, go ahead. Okay, we got a request. But yeah, as we get requests, we can go ahead and bring them up.
So here's what I'll say is come up just like Christine said, and then just put your hand up. Just put your hand up, and then we'll know that you are a request. So if you want to talk about your project, just request to come up on stage, and we will. I can see a couple of hands up already.
Great.
Great. And that's fine. That's fine. I guess they get 2 minutes apiece. Guess they get.
Oh my god, this is so funny. Okay, let's have Dre.
Well, let me give the rules here first, real quick,
Okay.
before we get them going. So you will get 2 minutes, no more, no less. You will start whenever I call out your name and say you're on the 2-minute shill. Go, and you will have then 2 minutes. I have a stopwatch timer here. I played it a little bit earlier. It goes for 2 minutes. At the end, there will be an explosion sound, and then you will be done. For those of you that are already on the stage, I'll leave you on there. But anybody that's off their sense for this, we may just kick you down because sometimes there's an issue with these sort of things of people adhering to the 2 minutes. So keep that in mind. So I want to start out with Solo himself because is it Solo Zoe? Is that how you say that?
Solo XO.
Oh, Solo XO. All right. Well, we are interested in hearing in your project. So get ready. You are on the 2-minute shill. Go.
All right. Nothing like a little pressure.
That's right.
I got a project. It's a generative 8-bit like pixel art project called iRock. It's on OpenSea. I uploaded 200 of them. I'm going to upload the last 100 of them today. It's a collection of 300. It's inspired by like the 1970s where a guy in America sold like little pet rocks and a bunch of people bought them, but there was no inherent value in them or whatever. But people found enjoyment in it and liked it. So it's like a lot of them, most people in the world look at NFTs and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you buying that? Why are you in that? There's no value in that. And to me, it's more about the art and the community and stuff that has a lot more value to it, And so the iRock was kind of inspired by that as like my first collection to do something that on the surface doesn't really look like value, but it really does have a lot more value when you get involved in the communities and the art appreciation of it and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I got. It's under 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I'll ask a follow-up question. Then I think it's really cool that you have, you've based it all off of the pet rock, which a lot of people use as their example of, people buying things that they're valuable to them, but not others. Have you had a good community response from this? Anybody that is actually older that participated in the pet rock that wants to buy this?
Um, Not yet. They've only been up for a few days, and I'm new to this whole thing. So I've been in some spaces. This is like my fourth time speaking in a space. So I'm still trying to build a community. I have sold 5 of them so far, but they were from someone in India, so I don't think he knew what pet rocks were.
Sure. All right, there is your 2 minutes. You are done. But
Thank you.
yeah, thanks for the 2 minutes. You didn't even take the 2 minutes. I let you. We stretched it out to 2. But great.
You did a good job.
Yeah, fourth time on space, and he's
Yeah.
able to work under that kind of pressure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, did a great job. All right, who else? I know I had Dre and Scroop up. You guys know the rules. Let's go with Scroop since you got your hand up. Let's hear about your project. You got 2 minutes. You're on the 2-minute shill. Go.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So my 5-year-old son just created some in his classroom yesterday, and I'm going to put it up on OpenSea for 25 ETH. Go have fun at it.
That's it. God damn, I'll take one.
Shoot. Good luck, Dre. Good luck beating that, Dre.
I'm just turning off the
Ridiculous,
stopwatch. I don't
man.
even know. You broke the stopwatch.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Good morning to you. All right, Dre, you've got your hand up. You're on the 2-minute shield. Go.
All right, for all of those who know and don't know, make sure you guys check out the Golden Ticket Club. Just shilling our project out here. Want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. And this is literally the panel of people who started. The only person we're missing is Crypt, but we wanted to be the Oprah of the NFT world. And we just want to give back to the community, so make sure you guys check out Golden Ticket Club. We are going to start our first mint on 2/22/22, and it will be a mint that goes every single month. We are going to be giving back to the community. The mint is super cheap, 0.03, and let's just say it is an opportunity for us to give back to you guys. So that my whole main thing is I want everybody to have a good experience in the NFT world. And I'm pretty sure everybody up here agrees, there's so much rugs and so much bad things going on in the space. So we want to make sure that we are a good light to the NFT community. So make sure you guys watch out. And just a hint and heads up, there will be Easter eggs on every single one of the mints. Well, I don't want to say every single one of them, but there will be a lot of Easter eggs. And we're going to be giving away a lot of stuff because Christine won't let me give to every single person. So We're gonna do the best that I possibly can to slide around. Me and Scoop are gonna be like, hey, we should give away this today
Yeah,
while Christine's sleeping.
you guys are gonna be like, she's sleeping right now, so we could go ahead and do a giveaway.
Exactly,
Yeah, I
exactly,
just got
guys.
texted from Dre saying that he's going to give away his hape. So good luck, all.
Huh?
There you go, guys. Good
Wow.
luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it away to whoever puts the right number on the bid.
That's how you win that. So just to make sure I'm understanding, you buy the golden ticket NFT, you're automatically entered in to win, correct?
Yep. And let's put it like this. I think we did our numbers is we will have 50 winners every single month, and that's not including whatever NFTs that we give away.
And that's like just ongoing giveaways all month until the next drop for the
Yep.
next month. Because
Bam.
you're Oprah and you don't stop.
Yes.
Everybody look
exactly.
under your seat.
Exactly.
You get something and you get something, and
Get a golden
Christine is
ticket.
sleeping, so you guys get something.
Right.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
And
That's
for
awesome.
those
Well,
who don't know, make sure you guys put your guys's and you guys see Oprah's right there. I pinned it up at the top. Oprah's up at the top with our golden ticket giveaway. So yeah, that'll be cool.
oh, I'm glad you said that, Dre. Yeah. So if you come up here and you're part of the 2-minute shill, yeah, if you want to pin something up top so people can see it, and that way anybody that comes in and didn't hear your 2-minute shill, they can still see it pinned up top. So if you're up here, please do that so you can see that. And I don't know if iRock, I guess he's not up here to be able to do that, but yeah, make sure you do that to be able to do that.
I brought him up so he could Solo could put back his, or you could pin up your project. And can you guys make sure before you end your shill, let everyone know where we can find your projects, just in case people want to go and support your project. Please let us know what the Twitter handle is for your project, or what the OpenSea link is.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I'm writing down all the ones that have shilled so far. Right now I have iRock, Golden Ticket, and Scroop's 5-year-old. So
Really appreciate the love, Steve. Really appreciate it. You're
Hey.
gonna help him get to college.
That's right. That's right. That 25 ETH will get them through
I
probably.
thought 1 ETH pays college. That's what we were told the other night, right?
Sheesh.
Man,
Dude,
just
that
wait till you have
guy's
kids, Dre.
friends, that guy's friends all started messaging me, and they're like, "You gave my friend 1 ETH. Can you please give me one?"
Dude,
I'm like,
I knew that was gonna happen, man.
Yep.
All right, we've got another hand up here. I hope I'm saying this right. I believe it's 1331 Records. What's up? How are you doing?
That is correct. What's good, everybody? My name is Dardon Bella. So just a little bit about 1331. The reason we're called 1331 is Virginia is one of the first 13 states. California is the 31st state, and we represent music coast to coast. So our mission is to disrupt the music industry by setting a new standard for music deals. We aim to bridge the gap between Web 2 artists and Web 3 by helping onboard, educate, mentor, empower, and show the artists how through the utilization of NFTs, community, and Web 3 technologies, their passion of creating music can turn into a full-time career. So we are currently accepting 5,000 song submissions. Every single song submission is free. One every 500 submissions will win a free NFT and be placed in our contestant pool size of 10 artists who have the chance at an NFT music partnership with 1331 Records. The 10 contestants will then be flown out to the 1331 Records studio, where they will be featured in a 5-video YouTube series where the web NFT community votes on the winner. All 10 of the contestants' travel expenses will be covered by 1331 Records. The reason we chose YouTube is we're trying to bridge the gap between Web 2 artists and Web 3, so it wouldn't make sense for us to put it on Odyssey since the individuals in Odyssey are already Web 3 natives, whereas in YouTube, they're Web 2 natives. So in order to bridge the gap, we got to meet people where they're at. So as I said before, every song submission is free but requires a phantom wallet address. By making this a requirement, 5,000 new users will have successfully set up crypto wallets. Artists who make a submission will be one step closer to being able to create or purchase their first NFT. This ultimately will increase the amount of Web3 users and help grow the ecosystem. So in a nutshell, we are a Web3 oriented music group looking to offer an NFT music deal. We are holding a competition where we are offering a $20,000 backing, which is a grant, meaning the artist doesn't owe anything, which includes a 1,000 NFT music collection release where the artist keeps 95% of everything made, and they own 100% of their intellectual property, 100% of their masters, 100% of their publication. They receive marketing, song production, music video, artist development, and NFT development, and a little bit about our collection, unless that was already 2 minutes.
It was
That
2
was
minutes.
2 minutes, but it was a great 2 minutes. And I
That
think
was-
Scrupula has a question for you. And I pinned up your NFT project to the top, and I did that for Solo as well. Go ahead, Scroop.
Yeah, I see my boy Hawk down here in the audience as well, and Dre might be able to attest to this. So, like, we're big into the sales world, and if I could give a little bit of advice, that was a lot of fucking information at once that gets most people to zone out after like 15 seconds. And I mean, I work with orthopedic surgeons and military, so it's kind of like they would have already been, kaput. And I wish the 100% of masters and all the other stuff would have been relayed earlier in the pitch. So it sounds like a cool project. Just wish there wasn't so much fluff and info into what you're trying to entail in your elevator pitch, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking because I listened, and I mean, I remember 1331. Like, I love your project. And we were in here the other day when Tommy G was in here, but
Yep.
I was listening, and then I did zone out, and I sent out a tweet. So, and it's not like any disrespect at all. It was just the influx of information given. I was like, holy crap, and then my brain zoned out, like
Okay.
without me
But
thinking.
do you guys think it's because we give them 2 minutes, so they try to stuff it in 2 minutes, or how do you advise that they relay the information in a 2-minute show?
Well, you don't need to relay everything. Like, if you're going to pitch your project, you don't need to relay like everything within your project and what it entails in the back end. It's also nice to keep a little bit of mystery so people go, huh, I'm curious. Let me go look into it more. Because what you want is like, this is why they say when they put stuff on the grocery shelves, like, you just want to capture the eyes first. Then
Oh, he got rugged.
Thank you, Rugs Group. Yeah, it's kind
no,
of like a movie.
dude, JS was calling me.
What does he want?
You just ignored JS's call on
hey, you know, I'm in a space
I just got off the phone with him for an hour.
I know. He was like,
really?
After I'm done with Anonymous, I'm like, all right.
Dude, that dude moves like crazy, man. Like, he doesn't stop.
That's about to be us.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Scrupula, finish your suggestion to 1331 Records. Or not. Maybe he got
No, I think he called him again. But good job on the pitch. Just give the main points, and then like the questions of the masters and all that stuff. Let the people who are interested in it, let them come and DM you and ask those questions. Then now you got that full on conversation starter with them. That's just my.
It does sound like a cool project.
Yeah,
it sounds great.
So I have a question too for I guess the room. So I've kind of seen, because I definitely agree with you on that end. But then what about for if because you know, we live in a world right now where people don't like to read, and they just kind of go based off of whatever they hear and then they'll run with it. So like, for instance, like a lot of the questions that people will ask on projects, they could know if they went to the website or just read. So sometimes, like, I wonder, like, if I leave something out, does that leave room for people to just make an assumption and be like, oh, they probably own 100% of that person. Oh, they probably are doing this. Oh, they're probably doing that, because they're not willing to take that extra step to ask a question. So I'm kind of curious, like, how do you go about combating that then? Because like, you know, we live in a society where people don't really want to take that extra step. They don't read, and you know, they'll just make an assumption and run with it. Or, you know, they'll read a headline and they won't read the story. And, you know, the headline might be satirical, and then the story might be deep diving into what the actual premise of what the whole story was about, whereas the title was just an eye grabber.
A good example was your 100%. You said the owner owns 100% of the rights, and then you broke down what all the rights are. Just say the owner owns 100% of the rights, and that gets the point across right there. And then you don't have to break down all the details of it. Let them come and ask you those questions.
Batman, yeah. Thank you guys for the you know, input. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you guys. And thank you to the host as well. And for any listeners, if you guys are liking the show, definitely make sure to give the co-host a follow. Since, you know, like, they're putting in their time, they're putting in their hours to be able to provide a platform. And, you know, it takes zero bit of effort just to be able to go give them a follow. So yeah, that's just again. So thanks again, everyone.
Thank you, 1331. Your project's awesome, and I went ahead and posted it to the top. You did great.
Awesome. If one of you up here are ready to participate in the 2-minute shill, then go ahead and do a little hand raise. That way we know you are ready for your 2-minute shill. And I can see we have one right here with Guardians NFT. Guardians NFT, you're on the 2-minute shill. Go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for having us. So we, the Guardians, are on the Solana platform. I'll try and keep it nice and short. We have all of our links posted on our Twitter. We have a link tree, which leads you to both marketplaces, which are available on. We minted out our first collection within 5 to 6 days. And our biggest perk that we offer is royalties. If you hold a Guardian, you get royalties from secondary sales. And one of the biggest things that we are in the process of doing is we're creating our own marketplace. So with that being said, we are actually decreasing the house fee. We're making it only 1%, which is more money back to the holders, more money back to the sellers and buyers. And we're also going to have royalties that we take from this 1% back to the holders. And on our platform, on our Twitter, we actually have trailer, which is showcasing that we have metaverse ready models and everything is ready to go. And there's a lot more information available in our Discord and on our Twitter. And I'll just end it with that.
So Solana, what made you go on that chain?
Well, the reason why we decided to do Solana was because it was in the height of the gas craze. It was when ETH was around like 4,000 plus, gas was crazy, and I'm partners with Yellow, who decided let's do this on the Solana platform, and he brought me on after, and he said just based on it being low gas, Solana was around like 250 a piece, and the communities there were actually pretty strong, and what we were trying to do was a 3D art platform, and it wasn't really that strong on ETH at that point. So we decided to do it on Solana, and it's been pretty successful. And right now we're in a secondary mint at the moment.
Very, very interesting. One more question on Solana is: do you think that hurt anywhere? You know, the big NFT community as a whole, it seems to be so in ETH. Do you think it hurt to be on Solana, even though it's cheaper gas prices, to not have as much of a community there?
Yes and no, but the way that I look at it is that it's a very, very, very early community. I mean, Phantom Wallet just launched yesterday, so like it's already just starting up. Like we just had the mobile one coming out, so it's such an early platform, and it's just such an easy thing for people to get into. Like I personally was involved in ETH prior to this, and just the scalability and just the cheap gas, the cheap prices is something where you can build very easily. And who's to say that you can't cross-platform and do a collab just like?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it looks like a cool project for sure. And have you already pinned it, Christine? Or it looks like Guardians himself did, and that's great.
Oh, okay, he did. So we both did.
Yeah, I put the trailer. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
No, totally okay. I just didn't want. I don't like when people forget, because I do feel like people should check it out, and then they're able to follow you guys or DM you guys about the project. And you did great as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, and I love that we can record these, so somebody can listen later. And I believe on the recordings, I know it shows the reactions, the emoji reactions. I believe it shows the pinned, the nested links up at the top as well. So on whenever you're playing it back on a recording.
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
awesome.
Yeah, great. All right, I've got one other hand up right now. Looks like, love it. Chubby number one. Chubby, you're on the two. Shill.
What do you call him? I'm just kidding.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's good?
Chilling.
Give us your pitch, man. What you got?
All right, hold on. Let me pin this real quick. Hold on. All right, so I'm 22. I'm from Bakersfield, California. Basically, I got the inspiration from alien friends, but when I was younger, I used to get bullied because I was overweight and my family didn't have a lot of money, so I used to wear clothes from like TJ Maxx and Goodwill and stuff, and I used to get picked on for it. So I ended up getting like insecurity issues and anger issues, so I would fight in school and like just act out in school. My grades was really bad and stuff. So fast forward me being older, I made chubby friends because I know there's a lot of people that deal with like mental health or go through like depression or even domestic violence and stuff. So I want to try to build a community for people to just speak on their problems and try to help others just so we could try to grow and be better. So I was up all night just trying to like set the Discord up.
That's awesome, bro. I mean, you're doing something proactive for the community, because yes, a lot of people go through that, especially up in the desert. People don't know the high desert ain't the easiest place to live. Like people, it's I grew up in Victorville, which ain't that's not that too far. But like they don't a lot of people don't understand what, especially when you're overweight, you're too skinny, you're short, you try to play sports, like the Ville and the desert, they are ruthless, like for sure.
And that's what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of people that, if I'm saying my instance was bullying, but I know there's a lot of other people that go through whatever situations they go through. So I'm just trying to like just have a community where we could just be like real supportive towards each other.
Like a safe space for you guys.
Exactly. So that's why I was up all night trying to Discord ready.
There you go.
Finally set up, bro.
Man, I bet that's tough to get a Discord ready.
Oh my gosh.
And it's fucking headache.
And then you have to run it bigger. Yeah. But I just want to let you know, I pinned your chubbies at the top, the chubby friends, and I actually really liked the art. It's super cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
There's two of them, Christine. Somebody got to take one down.
Oh.
Yeah, take the first one down, because I want people to join the Discord. I literally got all the same information on the Discord, and I got more stuff on it.
He's worked so hard on that Discord, man. He wants
to
into there.
Bro, I did not get no sleep trying to set it up, because I was gonna drop it on Friday, but people kept asking me for it, so I was like,
There you go. Well, that's good, bro. Good job. Good job keeping that up and keep working through. And it'll prevail, bro. It'll prevail.
Yeah, super cool artwork. Just work hard. You get what you give. So you're definitely grinding. It looks great, and much success to your project.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all letting me come up here and talk though.
Of course.
Thank you, chubby friends. I see we have a couple more people up here. If you would like to participate in the 2-minute shill, throw that hand up, and that way we know that you are ready to roll. I will tell you you're on the 2-minute shill go, and you will have 2 minutes to tell us everything about your project that you possibly can. And basically, you're just trying to convince people that your project is more special than any other project in the world. So let us know.
Hey, Trader, could I put this out there real quick?
Yeah,
So I just got alerted of another rug pull Azuki lookalike. So with these new projects that are popping up, guys, that look like Azuki, they pop up out of nowhere. And my biggest thing is if it has like a 3,333 mint. Not saying all projects that do that are fake, but just be on the lookout. There, a lot of people are copying this hype of Azuki right now, so please be careful.
What's the name of the project?
The one was a Zoo Kids, and the other one is shoot, I just lost it. Hold on. When I find it again, I gotta find the guy's DM. When he sends it to me, but I'll let you guys know.
That's that's good. That's good info. Anybody else? Yeah, I see it. There's a hand up. There we go. Zach Lubin, you've got your hand up. I'm assuming you've got a project to shill. You're on the 2-minute shill. Go.
All right. Well, this is good practice for me. I'm Zach Lubin. I'm a part of the Pigeons of New York. I am on the networking community building side of the team. Our creator, Jim, Broadway Jim, one of one, is the artist and founder. He's from New York. And yeah, we're the Pigeons of New York. We right now are 212 hand-drawn, created pigeons that represent the unique personalities and characters of New York City. Each one, it's based on its inspiration drew from the Humans of New York Instagram page, and each pigeon also comes with a personal story of like this pigeon's life in New York, and that's what you get when you buy it as well. I would say our NFT line is kind of based on one, the art, and two, the community. We're trying to build a community of New Yorkers around the country. I think people around the world resonate with New York City, and if there's anywhere in the U.S. that foreigners or people around the world have been, it's New York. And then we're also trying to build a community to help support New York City artists and creators. And we have a few athletes like myself on board. I've gotten my network growing in that way, and we want to provide opportunities for people to interact and have access to different events through holding a pigeon. And that's kind of where we come from with the community utility on top of the art. And yeah, we're growing. We just had a drop last week. We're up to like 100 or so pigeons, and we're about almost sold out full. We got another drop coming in a few weeks as we're hand creating these and drawing them and come up with the story. And so yeah, that's our community. It's a slow growing project, and we have about a 5-year plan. Generative line, our video game is almost done for the iOS. We have some animation, and you can check out the first episode on our webpage. And yeah, I guess that'd be my 2-minute shill. I'm
Excellent. Man, you did awesome. You did awesome. I like the idea. I like the idea of the Pigeons of New York. I like the story behind it. You said each individual one has a story behind it. That's unique. I like it.
Yeah,
hey, New York.
Thank you.
Shout out to New York.
Hey, I gotta ask a question though.
Hey, do you have any of those pigeons are a loudmouth Italian?
we did. We just dropped our Italian pigeons. This last one.
One from a loudmouth pigeon from Bensonhurst. Maybe that would be great.
So specific.
And that's honestly part of being part of our Discord and community. We're going to grow beyond this 212 of individually drawn when we do our generative piece, and then we're going to keep creating the one-of-ones. But we're also taking submissions from our community members and pigeons they would like to see and that kind of stuff. So, we try to take value from everyone, and everyone in our community has value to it. And so, yeah,
I think because, in New York City was, heavily segregated by choice. The Italians were here, the African Americans were there, the Hispanics were over here. And every one of those types had their own persona. Like, okay, you seen the 70s show, Welcome Back, Kotter? That's a Hispanic, Italian, a Jewish person, and an African American. So making pigeons like that, I think, would be insane.
Oh yeah, we're coming out with we hope to include every different person, culture, heritage, and background, and include everyone, that no one is excluded. And yeah, we'll have some fun and stuff with it, but yeah, we want to tie in every aspect of New York City.
Where can I find your website?
I put it up on the chat.
Oh,
Mr.
I see it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's up
Thank
there.
you.
So,
Yeah, our pinned tweet has our website, our Discord, our OpenSea, all of that. Obviously, that's the Skirpy Pigeon. If you guys have seen that cool new NFT social media platform, we were just kind of working with them yesterday and wanted to make them a pigeon. So yeah, we're doing our best to. I'm trying to not use the word organic. I feel like that's just a big buzzword. But we're not buying followers. We're slowly growing. We're hitting the spaces, and we're just networking, really.
Buzzword for a reason. Yeah, you do want that organic growth. So good for that. Thank you for coming on here, Pigeons of New York, and sharing your project. Man, I like what we're doing here, Christine, with this. I like
every Tuesday.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I enjoy hearing about all these projects, and I enjoy hearing from the creators from them.
We'll be the first organic pigeon to NFT project out there.
Organic pigeon.
Straight from the iPad to your iPhone.
It was like something I'd get at Whole Foods is
organic pigeon. Right. The question is though, has anybody ever seen a baby pigeon?
No. Here he is, Dre, with the conspiracies. You have to do the conspiracy sound.
Oh, okay.
Well, our next line are baby pigeons. So
Yeah,
we're bringing the pigeons. The birds aren't real, guy, and we'll bring them in and convince them that birds are real.
Literally, no one's ever seen a baby pigeon, so that'll be the first time ever with that.
Right. The NFTs will be the first chance anybody can see an actual NFT or an actual baby pigeon.
And people think NFTs aren't real. It's wild.
Yeah, NFTs are real. That's good. You got a good sense of humor.
Also, had an idea, Steven, is like, I think like this is a great way for people to practice their pitch as well. And since we're going to be doing this every Tuesday, even if you've already pitched it, like, you guys could come up again and try to pitch it and be better like than your last pitch.
I like that, because I could be like, I remember you from last week, and this week whenever you said it, I felt a lot more inclined to look into the project. Yeah. That's great.
And can I say, I too was like sitting there listening for a while, and you guys were giving feedback on some of the pitches, and I haven't done a great job with the few that I've done. And so listening to some of your feedback, it gave me more confidence to step up and like, okay, this is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to do it. So I'd say just even listening to you guys for a little while was super helpful.
Yay.
Good job. You did a really good job.
Yeah, you did a great job. So you definitely took
Not saying anybody up here has done a bad job, though. Okay, guys, don't think that's what we're saying.
Everything's good. You guys
except for that guy with his 5-year-old. Yeah. He's not in here right now. So.
Yeah, if you guys want to come back on next Tuesday again to just keep practicing, like practice makes perfect. And I know that all we have is our pitch and first impressions on, the community. So go ahead. And if you guys feel like doing that and adding, more highlights to it or changing it up, like definitely go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I love this. I love this so far. I see there's a few other people we have up here on stage that have not raised their hand. If you will raise their hand, I will call on you and we can hear from your project. There is one right there. I have Jay Velasco. You're on the 2-minute shill. Go.
Awesome. Guys, I just want to say this is a really cool thing you guys are doing. So thank you for this. I appreciate it. So I just announced my NFT project on Friday on a Clubhouse. So our project is called Cool Crypto Kids, and it's we're doing an NFT project benefiting Children's Hospital Los Angeles during their Make March Matter campaign. So we're working with the hospital to produce one-of-ones and generative art NFT collections of the kids' drawings. And 50% of that, whatever we auction and raise, actually goes to the Children's Hospital. And then we're taking another 30% to give it, or basically duplicate the model and go to other Children's Hospital and just take the kids' artwork, make them one-of-ones, and keep raising money for covering costly medical treatments and basically putting together a new alternative for traditional fundraising for research. So this project is actually like near and dear to my heart. So again, I'm going to get into it, but the reason I started this project with a few friends of mine is because my mom passed away from cancer in 2017. And given how much money NFTs have been making since last year or so, I wanted to kind of find a new model to basically cover costs of medical treatment and cancer research. Because again, the team's trying to create more, I guess, equity for kind of all these things. And given that NFTs have made so much and there's so much money, there's so much profit, I think we could all make money, but at the same time kind of give back to causes we actually can support and care about. So yeah, we literally just started. Our hope is to really cultivate a community of digital artists, brands, and influencers that kind of support causes like this. Because I do think that NFTs are a new way to create new equity and basically make things and kind of level the playing field, really. So that's kind of like my, I guess, really 1 minute chill, I guess, of what we're working on.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Oh yeah, 2 minutes. But
Good.
it was a lot shorter than that because again, it's like it speaks for itself. And again, like it just comes from the heart. Again, I just want to help out in that sense. But
Hey, it's
yeah.
great to be able to hear your project. And I personally have been affected by cancer. I think a lot of people have, whether they have themselves personally or know somebody. And I think your project is great for that. And I'm glad you're on here kind of spreading your project because it looks like you have a big vision for it. So thank you for coming up on here and sharing.
Yeah, I
Jay,
know. I appreciate
I
it.
put your NFT, your pinned tweet up on top. What is your NFT called? The project?
So it's called Cool Crypto Kids. So that's the main kind of name of the collection. We eventually see this becoming an NFT art marketplace for a children's hospital to put up their kids' art as one of ones.
I love it.
So they could raise money for, again, like I just want to create a completely new avenue for covering these costs of medical treatments. I mean, I'm just gonna throw the number out there. My mom's medical bill right before she passed, she was in the hospital for 3 weeks. It cost $750,000 in the United States. So it's a lot, and I'm again just want to create this platform for. So I just want to create this platform so people can like help out. In secondary markets, these things are going to make a lot more money. I can't say where the money's going to go. I hope it goes to medical research, but all we can do is just raise a crap ton, see if it goes to the right causes. Because again, you never know, right? Going back to the whole conspiracy theory of whether you see
It's up
baby
to
pigeon.
them.
It's up to them, exactly. But I know we can do our like little part of it. Kind of, just help out. It's a
question, Jay.
Shoot, go ahead.
So you're creating the NFTs. It's Crypto Kids, right? How much are those going to be minting for?
So that's the thing. I think when we do the generative art from the one of ones, they'll probably go for like 150 to 250 like dollars. So whatever that conversion is in Ethereum or whatever currency we go with. But the big fish is basically going to be those one of ones to really get the community and the whales involved and see how much we could raise. I mean, my go to market person I was talking to, actually, if you guys know him, his name, David Cash. He's working on the project with us. He's like, yeah, if you have like 10 one of ones. And we could have a mintable collection as well. We could kind of piece that together. I'm like, okay, cool. But he said this funny thing. He's like, I like the way you're running the project, Jay. I'm like, why? He's like, you are running it like an actual event producer. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the details like could change on a dime, but you are so dynamic with it. Like that's just how this works. I'm like, yeah, but I'm also like, I don't know what I'm doing, but sure, yes.
So who's the artist? Is it you or the kids or?
The kids are the artists. We're taking their art. Yeah.
Are they
awesome.
going to get royalties out of it? Because it'd be cool too if they earn money and then they could buy toys or stuff that they want.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's a good point. I know a lot of the art that we're getting is owned by the Children's Hospital, so they're putting that up. But what's nice, I'd love to do that, but I feel like because this is the hospitals, it's like there's this all like HIPAA stuff, privacy,
right,
and like it's a really delicate dance because you are dealing with sick kids, and then and when I was in conversation with the Children's Hospital, I was like really excited about it. Let's do this, blah blah blah. Let's kind of tell her story, and then she kind of hit me with a really. I mean, I know it's true, but she hit me with this really like hard truth. She's like, "Hey, like this is great. So let's be mindful of how we kind of promote these things because some of these kids that do these art pieces, they might not even come out of this."
Right.
So that was the thing that came up. But with the artwork that we are collecting, we're actually adding, their first name, their age, and one sentence about them, or like basically them explaining their art. So we're adding that personalization to the story. But in terms of like going directly to like kind of the royalties go back to them.
It would be cool. I know that
that's
not a thing yet, but it would give the kids like a sense of accomplishment while in the hospital of like, hey, like I just earned money from like creating art, and then it gives them incentive, like something to look forward to, whether it's just like royalties or whatever. However that happens, I'm not sure, but it would be something cool.
I think that'd be great. I mean, I feel like that could have a place on this marketplace we're trying to put together. Because I think if the parents or the hospital submit their kids' artwork, then they could totally do that, and the royalties go straight to them. But yeah, no, that's a project I'm really excited about. It's gonna be good.
Very cool. I followed the Cool Crypto Kids because I love that, and I hope much success to your project.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yes, fantastic work there, and yes, definitely a project I'll be looking after more and more. We're getting close to the end of our alpha hour here. I think we've probably got time for one more submission. If somebody wants to come up, raise their hand, and say that again.
Mr. Peck Ripper's up here.
He was, but then he just now left.
Yeah, I was looking forward to him.
I think he accidentally.
You get back up here, Mr. Pack Ripper.
I think he like left.
Yeah, left.
Oh well.
Here's the thing. I really like today, always whenever we always have our alpha groups or whatever that we're like, what's a great project and this and that. And these type of things are good to be able to hear about projects from the actual people that know the most about the projects. If we're to hear about one that maybe not everyone knows about yet, I mean, it's going to be in a forum like this to be able to learn about them. So I like this. I'm with you, Christine. We should replicate this on Tuesdays. Here we go. We got somebody. All right, there we go. Lonnie Lou, bringing you up here. You may be our last and final 2-minute shill. How are you doing?
I am good. I actually don't have anything to shill. I kind of wanted to just make a comment to Jay, if that was okay, because I had heard him talking and I loved his project. So I heard you guys talking about kind of like royalties and all that jazz, and I also kind of wanted to throw out this suggestion too. I myself suffer from chronic illnesses. My whole life I've been inside of a hospital. Not like completely, but you know what I mean? Like back and forth, every single thing under the sun, I feel like I've done. And one of the biggest things I think is super important for kids is to find other kids they can relate to and empathize with, because I feel like it's so important when they can do these things together and they have that like support system. So I kind of wanted to throw out maybe for your like future along the like roadmap or some way where this can kind of like not just bring awareness, but kind of a community with the kids. Because I think from my own experiences the past few months through like the NFT community, it's been amazing to find other people in this space that has chronic illnesses and disabilities and have that like support system. So if this is something that can kind of like, and I know like security and stuff is super important with kids, but just a way maybe for parents to kind of like have that support system too for their kids, any kind of thing like that. And also a way for them to just know that like this is also bringing awareness and educating too, because I think that's so important to know that these kids, that their stories are also being heard. So I kind of wanted to like throw that out there maybe for future suggestions or something. And if there's anything that like I can help in any way or just like be a part of, I would love to know more about that. So I definitely wanted to come up and just share that, and I'll DM you too, Jay, but I think what you're doing is awesome.
Thank you, Lonnie. That's I appreciate that you giving that and sharing that with Jay, because it sounds like a great project. Well, I want to just go over the projects that we went over today that came up and spoke. We had iRock, we had the Golden Ticket, 1331 Records, Guardians on Solana. We had Chubby Friends, Pigeons of New York, and we have also the Cool Crypto Kids and Scrupulous 5-Year-Old all here today sharing in their project. And these were really good projects. I really, seriously, I may even go back on the recording of this later so I can see the pinned nested messages up top so I can look further into these, which is exactly what this is meant to do, is where we get a little taste. It's like whenever you see the preview of a movie and you're like, oh, I want to see that movie. I want to know more about it, which I think is what Scroop and Dre were talking about, these 2-minute shills. Is it's your chance to kind of give us a little taste, but enough of a taste to make us want a little bit more. It's the Costco model. If you've ever been to Costco, well, pre-COVID Costco model.
Yeah, this was great, man. Like, I'm super excited that we started doing this. And I know there's a bunch of shill spaces, but I always felt like there were so many, like it was oversaturated. But I think the way we're doing it's a bit different. 2 minutes, right? 2-minute shills. And then it's almost practicing your pitch as well to perfection, and then being able to pin your project up top. And then if we have any questions to go into depth about that project, we can. And then we invite you guys to come again if you want to shill your project again next Tuesday.
It's a little like a Shark Tank or something, right? You've got all of us up front here, and if we're really impressed with you, we ask a few questions and you get a little extra time up here. But yeah, made it a lot of fun. Well, that is the it. That is the it. What am I even saying? That is it for our time today. Really appreciate you guys coming in here, sharing your projects, appreciate you, Andre and Scrupula, for also contributing to just the feedback for all of these guys that are coming in here and kind of pouring out their heart a little bit, kind of making themselves a little bit vulnerable as they just kind of say, hey, here's my project, take a look at it. So I appreciate all of you guys that came in here, did that. We will do this again next week on Tuesday, but tomorrow we'll be here at 17:30 UTC. That's just 2 short hours from now. We'll have WAGMI Wednesday, and we will discuss things again in all of the markets, stock, crypto, and NFTs again. Until then, I am the voice of DeFi with Christine Barnum, and we will see you guys tomorrow.